September 4th, 2025. Trump's administration quietly killed a rule that would have put $775 in your pocket every time airlines screwed up. No mainstream media coverage. No public debate. Just a signature that saved airlines hundreds of millions while you get nothing. Welcome to Jet Portable. Today I'm breaking down exactly what happened, who wins, who loses, and the 5 things you must know to protect yourself now that airlines have zero obligation to pay for their failures. The facts. No spin. Here's what actually happened. In December 2024, Biden's DOT proposed a rule requiring airlines to pay passengers cash. Real money, not vouchers. When flights were delayed or canceled for controllable reasons. The compensation structure was simple. 3 to 6 hour delays. $200 to $300, 6 to 9 hours. $375 to $525, 9+ hours. $750 to $775. Mechanical issues, crew problems, scheduling failures, airlines would pay. Weather? Not their fault. No payment. On September 4th, Trump's Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy withdrew the entire rule. His reasoning? It went beyond what Congress required. Translation? Airlines lobbied hard and won. The rule never went into effect. It died before it was born. What this means? If United delays your flight 8 hours because of a mechanical issue tomorrow, they owe you exactly $0. In Europe, that same delay would get you €600 cash. The real numbers. Let me put this in perspective. In 2024, 1.4% of all flights were canceled. 21.9% arrived late. That's over 1.2 million affected flights. Delta alone lost $550 million during the CrowdStrike outage, canceling 7,000 flights. Passengers got refunds, maybe a hotel voucher, if lucky. Under Biden's rule, they would have gotten $775 cash on top of everything else. Consumer groups calculate passengers lose $200 to $775 per incident. Multiply that by millions of delays yearly. We're talking billions in unpaid compensation. The winners? Frontier Airlines. 2.17% cancellation rate. Pays nothing. JetBlue, 31.7% delays, pays nothing. Spirit, chronic failures, pays nothing. The exception, Southwest still must pay $75 vouchers for 3+ hour controllable delays. Why? They got caught in a massive 2022 meltdown and signed a consent order. They're literally the only airline with mandatory compensation. The comparison that hurts European passenger flying Paris to Rome. 4-hour delay, €400 cash. American passenger flying NYC to LA. 4-hour delay, $0. It's that simple. EU regulation. 261 has protected European passengers since 2004. Airlines hate it, but guess what? European carriers still profit. Tickets aren't dramatically more expensive, and delays actually decreased after implementation. The EU system works because it creates accountability. Airlines can't just shrug and say, mechanical problems, sorry. They pay, so they fix problems faster. Meanwhile, in America, you get automatic refunds. Wow, your own money back. Maybe a meal voucher if you complain enough. The right to sit in the airport for 12 hours. That's not protection. That's a joke. Trick number 1. Credit card loophole. What airlines don't want you knowing. Since Trump killed government protection, your credit card becomes your insurance policy. But here's what nobody tells you. Not all cards are equal. The winners. Chase Sapphire Reserve. Covers up to $500 per person after just 6 hours. Capital One Venture. X. Similar coverage, lower threshold. The losers. Most basic cards. 12+ hour delays require debit cards. Zero protection. Your flight gets delayed 7 hours for crew issues. Airlines pay nothing. But if you booked with Sapphire Reserve, you submit receipts for hotel, meals, Uber. Get reimbursed up to $500. The catch? You must pay for the ticket with that card. Not partially, the entire ticket. Miss this detail, lose everything. Trick number 2. Montreal Convention. Secrecy international flights only. Flying internationally? You have rights airlines never mention. The Montreal Convention covers 140 countries and allows claims up to $7,000 for delay-related expenses. But airlines count on you not knowing this exists. They won't volunteer this information. They won't help you file claims. They hope you give up. The process. Keep every receipt, file within 21 days. Be specific about airline fault. It's not automatic like EU compensation, but it's real money most passengers never claim. Domestic flight? Sorry, this doesn't apply. NYC to Miami, you're on your own. NYC to Cancun, protected. Trick number 3. Document everything your legal ammunition. Since airlines have no obligation to pay, your only recourse is proving damages for small claims court or credit card claims. Starting tomorrow. Screenshot the flight status showing mechanical delay. Keep every receipt, coffee, sandwich, everything. Get airline statements in writing. They hate this. Photo your boarding pass with timestamp. Why? Because when you file that credit card claim or take United to small claims court, documentation wins. No proof, no payment. Trick number 4. The Southwest Leverage One airline still pays. Note: Southwest is legally required to pay 75 transferable vouchers for controllable delays over 3 hours. It's not much, but it's something. If you're flexible on airlines, Southwest becomes interesting. Not because they're better, they're not, but because they're the only U.S. airline with mandatory compensation. The irony? They were forced into this after stranding millions in 2022. Bad behavior created the only passenger protection in America. Trick number 5. Strategic booking play defense. Since protection is dead, book direct flights only. Connection equals double failure risk. Avoid Frontier/Spirit, unless you enjoy suffering. Tuesday. Wednesday flights have lowest cancellation rates. First flight of the day equals highest success rate. Data shows 6 a.m. flights have 90% on-time rate. 6 p.m. flights? Under 70%. Trump's signature handed airlines a multi-$100 million gift, while you got nothing. 0. Not even a promise to do better. The Biden rule wasn't perfect, but it was something. Now, you're alone against an industry that knows you have no recourse. Your only defense is knowledge. Credit cards, international conventions, documentation, strategic booking, these aren't great solutions. They're survival tactics in a system designed to screw you. Which protection loss pisses you off most? Drop it in the comments. If this opened your eyes to how badly passengers just got played, subscribe to Jet Portable. Next week, I'm exposing the TSA pre-check scam that's charging seniors for rights they already have. Remember, airlines just won the right to ruin your trip without consequences. Act accordingly. This is Jet Portable. Your flight, their rules, your problem.